Greetings, 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 peace and blessings. We are the Mohammeds, the residential tourists. 85 to Africa, Atlanta to Kigali, Rwanda. It's always a pleasure to come before you and share with you our world as we open our world. And so here's the thing, though. We had a lot of footage that we captured. Two things, though. One, I was moving a bit slow. A lot of activity, a lot of things that we were doing and are doing, getting acclimated and getting business done. And so that's my excuse. That's my excuse. She's not going for it. However, also some of the footage we captured, though, my device that I was using for some reason didn't capture it to the level of quality that it should have, and you are so deserving of. So here we are. This is how we're gonna remedy that situation. We do have some of the footage, and we are going to show you that footage because it is something that we really want you to actually see. But prior to doing that, we're just going to share with you in conversation and discussion some of those experiences that we've already had in these 30 days being here on the lovely mother continent of Africa, in the heart of Africa, Kigali, Rwanda. So we'll attempt to try to do it in sequence. However, if we get off tangent, don't worry about that. Just follow us, and we'll share some visuals with you to bring you along with us and inside the experience. So we had a particular evening that was so momentous. That really and truly, we really wish that you would have been able to see it in the present moment. We have our mothers here, as some of you may already know, and we want our mothers to be able to enjoy their experience here, but not just by what we are doing, but they're their own people, We want them to have their own life.
Yeah, so we invited some of the other seasoned sisters that's here on the continent, that came from New York, from LA,
to Ghana, now
yeah.
to Rwanda.
And to come and just have dinner, fellowship with our moms. We invited Mother One Africa, or Mama Amicus. We've invited Sister Rita.
Yes.
To come in. Was the other sister?
Sister J Essence.
Yeah, J Essence came, and we also invited Auntie, who's our house manager, but she's never had the opportunity to just sit down and enjoy conversations amongst women without jumping up, trying to work, trying to make sure things are organized. So we planned a dinner for them.
That's right.
And they got dressed up. The moms were excited. They came in. I think the day before is when we did the mani pedi for the moms.
Right, we did do something like that. And I think it was at the spa too.
Yes, the spa. So the day before, Auntie, which is the house manager, had one of the ladies come over. It was a surprise. It was a gift to them. Well, let me tell you what really happened. My mom wanted to give Auntie a gift, and she paid her a little bit of extra money. Auntie turns around and orders them a spa treatment. A lady that came over and gave them the Swiss massage. I can't think of the word.
Swiss beats. No.
But and neither one of them ever had one of those before. Like, the moms came out like, whoa, so excited. But before they got the spa, Auntie had a mobile manicurist or guy come over and they did the manicure, pedicure, cracking all the bones. Just gave them the full treatment. Actually, all the ladies in the house, we had the full treatment. And I have to share, his price is like $7. Okay,
It's crazy. Now,
it blows me away.
And let me real quick notice she said, "Guy came."
Yeah, a guy.
Guy came.
Yeah,
Black man.
we waiting for him to come back. And he was good. I'm talking about he massaged
she
the
jumped in on it too.
legs, cracked the toes. They, did the nail polish. He was fast, but he took his time with each individual. Even the girls had theirs done. So the moms got all dialed up. They were ready for their night out, which happened the very next day. Their night out with the ladies, and the ladies just came right on in and just jumped in the conversation. They just meshed well. They were all excited, especially when you have older sisters, seasoned sisters. There's not always a lot in the area. Well, they're gonna be running Rwanda soon.
I'm telling you, it's a good number of them. That particular evening was very special. I mean, because again, as my wife was saying, is that the moms, they got all dressed up in their African printed attire. Even the girls, the granddaughter and the niece, they were positioned to welcome them.
Yeah, we had them hand out flowers to everyone as they came. They helped serve. They were very excited. So we just really wanted them to feel like the queens that they are, and let them recognize that we are, even though we're on the continent, we still are connected by our history, by our past of being in the States. So, and
they were excited, man. They saw each other and they had never seen each other before. And the embracing upon first encounter was beautiful.
Yeah.
Man, it was beautiful. I mean, and it clicked immediately and right away.
Yeah.
And to have seen, and me, I'm on the outside. I'm the fella, so these are all the women. And they are at the table. They're eating. When prior to them eating, Mama Africa blessed the I don't want to say occasion, but blessed the moment with the prayer and blessing of the food and the communion between them, and it was just wonderful and so beautiful, and it made us happy because our mothers were happy, and very happy, and it set a very good pace and tone for them in their stay here in Africa. So yeah.
Let's just show them some of the footage and the pictures, and you guys enjoy.
So we what else? What did we do? Again, trying to keep this in sequence. I don't know if we'll be successful in that. Nonetheless, what did we do?
We took the girls to see a wetland, they call it, a wetland area.
Right.
And it's a beautiful, peaceful nook in the middle of Kigali. You wouldn't even expect it to be there. It's called Umasambi
Village. Umasambi Village.
Yeah.
And it is it's actually a preserve. It's a preserve for cranes, if you could primarily. However, because it is a wetland, you have other bird species that flock there as well. But it's primarily a preserve for cranes, and there's a bit of history with it. I can't really recall it altogether.
People were taking the cranes because they are more of a passive bird, and people would trap them and keep them in their backyards and they would cut their wings so they couldn't fly away. So this organization had fought, I forgot what year, maybe like in '94 or something, to have that outlawed, and they asked for all the people that had the cranes to bring them to this preserve. And so all the birds there, they're pretty much rehabilitated. They're not able to fly long distance. Some of them fly, but it's a short span, so they can't really live without being in this protected environment. So there's a lot of them there. I think he said over 100 different kinds. They're beautiful birds with little mohawks and colors, and they have a really unique sound. But the preserve itself is beautifully, it's just raw. It's not landscaped or anything. It's just allowing them to have a raw, natural environment. So you have, I only have other birds there too that just started flocking because it is a wetland. I don't remember what they were called, but they were white birds. They all stuck together. And then there were some black birds. They all stuck together in separate trees. And they have a lot of areas.
Sounds interesting, don't it?
Yeah. They had a lot of areas where you could just sit and take pictures.
It had we don't like to use the word picnic, but for the sake of understanding, picnic area, because it was a trail oriented, it had an outlook. You get binoculars, you get to be able to, so you can see them at a distance if they're congregated.
And it could be a romantic spot too.
It really could. It could be a date type of experience.
Yeah. Because it's very peaceful.
Very peaceful.
It's a beautiful place. And our girls, they enjoyed it. They give you binoculars so you can see out and see the birds close up. So it's just a little spot.
So we had a good time. It was very, very enjoyable. So, these things are important or significant for us to be able to share so that, again, to dismiss any of the ideology or the misconception or misperception of the continent being this primitive, underdeveloped, backwards, if you will, type of country, and it's far, 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 far from that. Far from that, So we'll have you take a look at some of the footage we captured and some of the experience I should say we had at Umasambi village. So here we are, and so we did these things. The Umasambi village. We had the moms and the elders and them coming over and breaking bread and communing, and here we go. So we the residential tourists. Now this is nothing new for us. We are always exploring. We're always looking for something that is
fun and exciting, but it's fun. It's nothing like extravagant. A lot of times we tend to look for the extravagant things, to give us that stimulation. But it's the basic things that are just as exciting. And so we found a place to go where they had horseback riding. That's our thing. Brother Patrick, Sister Ishtar, you all Faith Farms, they broke us in, so we're hooked now. So they had horseback riding, they had zip lining, they had bungee trampoline, ATV. She's the ATV queen. Anyway. And they had archery. I had never done archery before. And so but you gotta, this is what's unique about this place. For me, I'm the money person, I guess. I'm a Capricorn, but this place, the pricing is so affordable. You have, they give you a family of 5. They do 3 events, a family of 5. Are you ready? $60. If you just take ziplining alone in the States, no matter where we've been, we've never seen ziplining under $75 for one person. Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe $60. No, $75 for one person.
One person, right.
They gave 5 people, 3 events, a total of $50. $60, period. 5 people. So you can take your whole family out for the whole day, and it's a beautiful place.
It's gorgeous.
You got views every angle
because it's on Mount Kigali.
Mm-hmm.
And
the top of the highest mountain in Kigali, right?
Right. I believe that's absolutely right. And when before you even get to the actual, it's a overlook point that our wonderful driver Albert made sure that we stopped, and you could see over and see. Looks like all of Rwanda. To be quite honest with you, it's so beautiful. When you get on the grounds of the actual place, get the name of it. We'll get that name to you. But from every angle, the views are phenomenal. So you have this awesome backdrop.
Yeah. With
the fun and of the activities. I mean, there's music playing.
Yeah.
There's
food.
There's food. You know,
it's a beautiful spot. And
when I say music, hold on. When I say music, I'm talking about they was rocking Biggie.
Oh Lord, they love Biggie and Tupac here.
They was getting it. I was like, okay, this is us. We can do this
all day. Biggie and Tupac. I'm like, are y'all serious? But we wanted to treat Auntie
right
and
Giselle
and Auntie's children,
Gabrielle and Francis. Yes.
Two of her children,
right,
came out to enjoy this day with us. And just like in Atlanta, where we were showing everybody where we go, things to do, and most ATLians will hit us up and say, I've never seen that. I've never been there. Where is it?
It's right there. It's just right there, you know.
Well, we come here and see Rwandans work so hard.
Yeah.
They work hard. Like, in the States, we're taught work hard, play hard. Or work hard, play harder. They work hard, that's it. They don't have that playtime. So we introduced them to playtime.
we did. And not to forget, before we had another ATLian family who's here too.
Oh yeah, we invited them.
We had them, and they have children.
Yeah.
And
they have 3 children, so they were a full family of 5.
Right.
And everyone's on a budget. When I tell you we had a good time, but to see Auntie and Gazelle and their children's face on doing something they've never done before. They've never done any of those activities before.
Right.
And Auntie, this is grown woman status here, and she's on the horse for the first time, and she got tears in her eyes, and she's shaking, and her daughter is on the horse too, and she was scared, but she was just so proud to see her mom up on the horse, knowing she's conquering her fears right now. So the daughter's on the horse, proud, smiling, and Auntie's shaking, and Auntie's about ready to give up. And so we kick into our little Vanguard mode, and I'm telling her, fear do not live in us. Stay on that horse, Auntie. Your daughter's watching you, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, okay. It was so good because she literally channeled everything she had in her to make sure that her daughters see her accomplish the goal and work through this fear of being on this. And their horses, they had a different breed of horses.
Beautiful, gorgeous.
Their horses were like 6 feet tall. It seemed like they were stallions.
Yeah, not literally, but they were.
Yeah, they were huge, but beautiful, peaceful, spiritual horses. I feel like horses are so spiritual. The way they just look so deep into you.
Sure.
They connect with your energy, so they have to be.
Exactly.
But
speaking in terms of spiritual, even though it was all fun and games, it serves even a greater purpose. Even when we were doing these things in the States, it serves even a greater purpose, like mentioning Auntie and her overcoming that fear. It was, and I won't go into detail, but it was the day after a very significant part of her life, of a major decision that she had to make. And it was perfect timing for her to have that experience that would encourage her to continue forward and move onward in her life. And much the same with some of the others, with her children, and even with Giselle, the same. And
Giselle.
Yeah.
She's only 22, so she's like.
Beautiful. That's our niece. I
have to say her niece because I said that was our Rwandan daughter, and my daughter had a fit, so that's her niece. But to see her turn into a little she enjoyed childhood
Yeah,
that day.
yeah. She turned into a little girl.
Boy,
Yeah,
she was like,
yeah.
got on the zip line, and you just see how excited and bubbly. Her eyes all big, and all you see is teeth, and she's screaming going down the zip line. I just sat down like I was Godfather. I wrote. Did I do? Oh, I did my ATV.
She did the ATV. She didn't
But
get on no horse
no,
this
I didn't
time.
get on because I needed to watch. I needed to
Yes, I dig it.
experience seeing these people enjoy life for
Right.
the first time.
It's a beautiful thing,
Yeah.
and it serves as a bonding moment. You know, we're from the States, from America, they from Africa, and we've already in the bonding process, but that even strengthens
Yeah.
the bond even more, you know, because now we are having an experience together, so that as we continue to develop our relationship, that we always have these things as a foundation um, of our relationship that we are building. And then, you know, it just continues to succeed. It
Yeah.
just continues, man. It's just an awesome, awesome, awesome thing.
And then Auntie's son was this the day? Yeah. He enjoyed Lamont so much.
That's my guy there, man.
When we got back later on, he had asked his auntie, "Do you think it'll be all right if I call him father?"
I was really like floored, man. I was like, say, come again.
He has this for some reason. Young men always want to look up to him. Like,
It's
you know,
humbling.
it's humbling. They love his energy and his care for. You know, they watch him. They watch him, especially coming here from America. The men are different. I'm told. I don't know, but the men are different. So to watch him and all that he's been taught, and his care for his wife, his care for his mothers. We got two moms. Blew them away because he has a gentle nature, but he's not weak. He's not a punk. You know, he's just caring. Oh my God, he's just caring. He's very caring and attentive when he wants to be. So, but they watched that, and the son just fell in love with him, with his whole energy. So they've been texting and communicating, and the boy has a dad. He's not a boy. He's 22 as well. He has a dad, but the dad is totally different. I'll let Auntie tell her own story when we interview her, but he's totally different. And so all the children decide to stay with Auntie, and the children are grown, most of them, to stay with Auntie, and for him to see him as a grown man and say, "You think he'll let us call him father?" was very touching.
It is. It's very touching, and I give praise to the Most High for sure. For any of whatever it is, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what it is that he saw.
Mm-hmm.
I was, or that he sees. But I'm humbled and I'm grateful. And hey, you know what? I'll take that. I'll take that. And
But sisters, don't worry. I told Auntie he could call him father, but we won't have no second wife. You will not be mama, so don't worry.
Ain't no
We already
sister
got that
wives
straight,
going on,
okay? He can be daddy. But he won't be paying no child support, and you will not be the second wife.
Oh, that's crazy. No, I know that ain't jumping off for sure.
So look at some of the footage. Again, take note of this place. It's so beautiful.
It's beautiful.
If you guys are trying to come out here and stay with us at the Airbnb, this is definitely one of the spots.
Yeah,
this is the fun spot that we will be taking everybody that hits this continent and stays with us. This is one of our excursions. So take a look and check it out.
All right, family. So, So look, here's the thing. Something that is taking some time to get used to is the fact that each house comes with a team, if you will. Well, we like to say team, and this team consists of a cook, a security / groundsman / whatever. I mean, just multiple of description to his job or her job, and a house cleaner.
Housekeeper.
Keeper. I'm sorry, housekeeper.
And depending on that, you might have two.
Yeah, you may have two. You may have two. So that I mean, and it's a reason why I'm bringing this up, mentioning this. It's not something that you can really get used to, not in a bad way, in an absolutely good way. Now I can only speak for our experience. I can't speak for anyone else. We have the most incredible, awesome group of people, man, who are our team. We like this. We're like family, really, truthfully.
But we gotta say this though. Each house don't come with that.
Okay, I'm wrong then.
Auntie put this together for us.
Okay.
So but
the houses are structured though.
Yeah.
For it. You don't. It doesn't.
Sawa.
Go ahead.
That means okay. And can you want no? Yeah, no. Actually, it's okay in Kiswahili.
Okay.
They just gonna steal some other language and just infuse it in there.
All right.
Sawa. But yeah, the houses are made where they call it a boys' quarters or the maids' quarters. I don't like either one of those, but with a little apartment in the back for
studio kind of.
Yeah, for the typically it's for the security, because most of the housekeepers have their own house to live in, but you have to have a good person to put your team together, and they never knew each other. And I mean, I'm not gonna say they didn't know our security guy until they came to this house. But the cook and the housekeeper and everything, that's part of her team. That's who she put together for us. But they work magically together. They love each other. It's like a family. And when I say they love on us,
oh my gosh, it's like I mean, if I could tell you some of the things, it's like it's unbelievable. It's genuine. It is sincere. It is almost like not work.
We don't even understand it.
No,
we don't understand it.
You know, this we try to outserve. You know, people. That's what we try to do. We try to outserve people, but we can't. They got us beat, man. We can't.
Yeah.
We can't.
I had to literally pray on this thing because I never in our spirit do we want anyone serving us. Mm-hmm. You know, we're that's who we are. We love to serve the people.
Right.
So we want to make sure that they understand that this is not, because they at first they kept trying to call us boss. That we didn't like that.
Cut that out right away. Nope.
It disturbs my spirit to the core. Then they keep calling us mommy and daddy, and they're older than us, and we're like, no.
But, yeah.
So getting them to understand, I told her, I said, I'm your sister. Mm-hmm. She said, you're my sister? I'm like, I'm just like you. This is the occupation that they chose, and I don't know how, but we're in a position to supply it. But we're not your boss. You're not our servants.
Right. Not at all. No.
We had to have a conversation, like a meeting, a couple days ago, because our grounds person,
security
won't take a day off.
Man, he won't. Like he won't.
We said we wanted to know what 2 days in the week does he want to have off when we first started. They looked at us like we were crazy. Like
really, for real.
Yeah.
Like really thought we were crazy.
Their platform is at the end of every month they will go home to where they live at for 4 days. Okay, that's cool, but you still need to have a day off.
Right. To do whatever.
So on Sundays, he had chose Sundays. But every Sunday, I notice he's working. And I'm like, why he won't take off?
He won't. We're like, look, I mean, they're spiritual. They're I don't want to say religious, but you know, they're Christian, and you know that they have that at the forefront, especially when it comes to their religious service day, which is Sunday, because they'll turn on that radio, they'll play the gospel music.
Mm-hmm. They sing.
You know, they sing when they're working. You know, and we don't ever want to come in the way of anyone's relationship
Yeah.
with the Creator, and whatever their way of devotion is. So we're like, man, look, go to church, man. You can go.
So he goes to church, but then he comes back. Like, I don't even know. My mom says my mom, she's just going to sit out there and watch everything. So she said he goes to church about 9 and come back around 11.
And he's right back at it.
But by the time I even noticed, I'm like, no, he's been out there working the whole time.
Because he'll get up early. He'll work.
Oh, he gets up with the sun.
Like, I think he's up enough to call it done. I don't have to call it. I think he can do it. But he's up and he's working prior to him going. He goes, he'll come back, and he'll continue. And we want him to just relax and just take his day, his moment, whatever. And so the reason, we're mentioning this is, for one, we love them. We are grateful. We are very, very grateful and appreciative of the not necessarily just the work or the service, but being who they are and showing us that goodness of nature that they have and that we're seeing throughout, not just with them, but throughout. So they are a great example for us. And because of that, we said, you know what? We come to the realization there's no way we are going to beat them in service and serving. That's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. But we have to show them, we really, from the depths of our heart, man, really appreciate what they do for us in the manner of care, genuinely, that they give to us. And we have to show some form of levels of appreciation. So we're like, look, since they won't on their own take a day off, we're going to keep them all together, and we're going to take them out to eat. We're going to dine with them. They're going to dine with us, and we want to show them that we are on equal level, and the love that you have for us and the care that you have for us, we have the same, and we want to show that appreciation and honor you, really, in truth. Yeah. And honor you for, again, not for what you do, but for who you are, because it's very clear that what they do is not separate from who they are.
Right.
This is who they are.
And when we told them one by one. And when we told our cook, Francois, she just kept laughing like, no. I said, no, for real. We want to take you to dinner, to an appreciation dinner for all that you do. She started crying and kissing me all over and hugging me all tight. And I'm like, so I asked her to tell the housekeeper, because the housekeeper only speaks Kinyarwanda. So she told her, and she just laughing, and I'm like, why are they laughing? They cannot believe that we're trying to do this. And so when, Auntie, of course, was like, all right, cool. But when Auntie told the groundskeeper, he was like, no, that's our boss. They don't want nothing. He didn't believe them at all. So as we're trying to leave, we look out back. Like, what is he doing? Why is he working?
I said, nah, come on, man. Not today. You're going to have to come today.
He was like, what? And my brother, though, when he cleans up, my brother's clean.
He cleans up. They got that swag.
Clean. They got us fooled. Oh, man, because Francois, the cook.
Oh, man, she came.
You got to do a photo shoot of her.
I am.
I just want a big picture of her. Her eyes. We gotta do her and Auntie. We gotta interview them. Mm-hmm. Francois was here. She's seen. I don't know if she'll be able to talk about it, but she's seen and been through a lot. And when you see this woman's demeanor, her energy, the joy in her face, and she's so beautiful, and she's so poised, and she's very humble, but she walks very proud.
She does.
Oh, I just watch her. She said she's only in her 50s, but she has that energy of someone's grandma that you would just sit and just absorb.
Exactly.
Because she's so...
she's so attentive.
Yeah.
And so caring.
And she's feisty, too.
Oh, yeah,
She be bossing people. She be bossing them around. Boy, I'm like,
But
That's
I
rough.
mean, she dotes over the mom so much.
She do. She
I
kisses
mean,
all over him. I'm so glad everyone had COVID tests because the love that be going through this house.
yeah. I mean, she watches. She literally
She
like
does.
she watches, and she was like, "Okay, Mama, come, we walk. You
Yeah.
can't stay." She's like, "You
Yeah.
can't stay in the house. You like it's like," she says, "it's like prison. No, let's go. We'll
Hmm.
walk together." And you
Yeah,
know,
she's taking his mom to get her hair
hair
done.
done.
And anything we ask of them, they will do it. No
We don't
hesitation.
have a large percentage of. We don't even have to ask it.
No.
They're so observant
Yeah.
and attentive. They do it.
They do it.
They do it.
They do it. Once they understand, our diet is it's a lot different than what they're used to.
Mm-hmm.
So once we got them to understand, we're not trying to be offensive. It's just we eat differently. Now she's on it, or she's willing to learn. Like it's constantly, she calls me mommy. Mommy, come here, come show me. And I'm like, okay, stop calling me mommy, but okay.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah, so we were able to capture some of it. It was an interesting evening that evening because they got a curfew, so it's Ramadan, so we can't eat for a certain time.
And then there was a COVID
It was
curfew.
a COVID, yeah, that's the whole
Maybe
COVID
just like
curfew.
they got a curfew.
Yeah, it's a COVID curfew. It ain't
Yeah.
like it ain't no,
But they never had Indian food.
right.
None of them ever had Indian food. So it was funny because the food, they're thinking like the naan is chapati. So they've ordered like just regular, chicken, buttered chicken or chicken tikka masala. And I look up and they're sticking it in the naan, rolling it, talking about they're eating it with the chapati. I'm like, that's not a chapati. It was good though. And they're laughing.
Yeah, having a good time, man.
So because a lot of them was very cultural, they're still very traditional. So like the housekeeper, she really didn't want to try nothing. She's just got fries and some little tiny fish pieces. And they like, their eating is different. They like everything in the plate at one time, like a big bowl of stuff. And she was not about to try nothing.
She's sweet as pie, but she was
she
like,
ain't trying
I ain't
nothing.
moving on, I ain't budging.
I make her try stuff here. She's like, no. I said, listen, you going to try this today.
She reminds us of our granddaughter. Granddaughter won't try nothing. If it ain't cinnamon toast crunch.
He might even look at it and be like, I'm like, no, this is something. No.
If it ain't the right type of cheese, she ain't going to eat a grilled cheese.
Yeah, forget it. Forget about it. That's her. She was not trying. But the rest of them, they enjoyed it. They loved it.
Yeah.
They couldn't believe that, we actually wanted them to be with us at dinner. And we all ate together. We're humans. And it's hard to get that point across that we're just like you. Like one time they said it breaks their heart if they see us washing dishes.
And this, I'm telling you, it was like, I tried, this was just last night. So the family eats before us because, so we wait till sun drops, because it's Ramadan, we break fast. So they've already pretty much cleared all of the majority of the dishes and so on and so on. So we're like, cool, we will handle the dishes, we will do for, the dishes. When we're done, we'll clean up everything and so on and so on. And so last night, I figured, okay, now get this, he's our groundsman security, but he ain't gonna let us wash the dishes. Go figure. I'm literally tiptoeing, trying to get him going to the kitchen so I can wash my own dish. Boom! Here he
come out of nowhere.
He comes out of nowhere like
he like Hustle Man just popped up. But what's the guy that was on Martin that the Hustle Man?
No, Bruh Man.
Bruh Man, he's Bruh Man. Like we in there, I'm turned the water on. He pop up at the window, bam.
He's
no
right
man, my
there.
God. I'm like, what?
And
I
he
can
won't.
do it.
And I'm like,
no. He take it out your hand.
Man,
I'm like,
so
I am never going to fight you over washing dishes. Here. You can do it, buddy.
Yeah, so
you take it right out of your hand. I'm like, it's completely dark back there. I'm thinking, okay, he in his house, he's asleep.
He's boom, he pop up, boy, he right there. Like
I think you could hear the water come on.
I didn't even got to that part. I didn't get to that part yet, so it couldn't have been.
You're like, okay.
But it's beautiful, and we never want them to entertain the thought that we're taking them for granted.
Yeah.
We don't want them to think in any way, shape, or form.
Wait till we get a barbecue grill.
Oh man, we gonna serve them up.
He's a barbecuer now.
Man, we gonna serve them up.
We gonna be like, get in here and come on and play, eat some food.
Yeah, we gonna get the, we got nice little yardage here.
Yeah.
We gonna get the. I don't know how we gonna do it. We get the frisbee.
We're gonna do it.
We gonna just do it up
and serve them. They probably ain't gonna eat it.
They gonna eat it. We gonna somehow we gonna have them, encourage them and inspire them to eat it somehow. But anyway, we want to, be able to show you some of that footage. That's not a whole lot, but some of it. But you'll see the ambiance of the restaurant as well. So yeah, and our driver too. We forgot Tio. Our driver. Yeah. He's on it. He has a family, and you get. And just to say this quickly, just like in any other situation, when you're able to sit and break bread with someone, you get to know the person.
Yeah.
So you're learning them, they're learning you. So the dynamics of the relationship are the dimensions of it, are deeper and wider. And by sitting there with him, who is our driver, I learned that he was a soccer coach, and that's his passion. And when he's talked about it, he was lit. And unfortunately, the COVID put a cease on it. He's dying to get back to it. In his coaching. And I'm not quite sure, but I don't know if it was professional coaching of the soccer team. I'm not sure, but either way, it was. I think it was his livelihood. He's a real cool guy, real nice little swag with him, young fella as well. It was because of him. Watch this now. It was because of him I was able to get my hair cut, because I watched, saw how he was blended. But yeah, so he has a beautiful wife and a beautiful daughter, and so yeah, so you get to know them on that level. So he was with us as well. We made sure that he broke bread with us as well. So yeah, family, friends. I think that pretty much catches us up. It catches you all up, and we will strive very hard to not have you wait so much longer. I will. That's my part. And I'd like to just give a shout out to the Unapologetic Nomads, Brother Aaron and Sister Mickey and Ayla, and also
you have to say Ayla the artist.
Ayla the artist, yes, and Jay Essence as well. Please go to their YouTube channels as well, and I want to shout them out because it was because of them, that we got a lot of information, that to the degree that when we got here, when we visited, all we needed to do was find a spot. We was already sold. We already knew. So definitely go check them out. And I think that's about it. So subscribe. Please subscribe. Share. If you like it, go ahead and like it.
And he's making a commitment to upload the videos.
I am.
After this.
What's the day? The day is...
You gonna say the day?
I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna play myself like that. I'm gonna mess myself up. So, for those of us that are following us on Facebook, stay on me, family. Stay on me. At any rate, thank you so much. We are the residential tourists. We are the Mohammeds. And peace and blessings.